quad load your TS-12 with me. Glad you're here. Before we get started, for some reason this looks like I'm in a green screen room, so I'm going to walk over here and show you that it's not. All right. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through some slow motion, smooth, deliberate practice that I did in order to start my journey into this quad load stuff with the TS-12. So grab your gun, grab some dummy rounds, and let's get this. Today we're going to load 4. If you want to see how to load 8, leave a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. First and foremost, it's the ammunition carrier that is really key into doing this fast. You can do it, you can stack them on the table or whatever, as long as you grab 4 of them in a particular way, then you can at least get them in your hand and practice until you can get something like this thing here. So this is just a basic quad loader. This was a nice gift given to me, so I could just play around with the stuff and just discover new techniques with the TS-12 that I don't think anybody else is doing. So, but the big key here to do this as fast as possible is the ammunition carrier, the dispenser in which you can grab 4 in a particular way in order to get them into the firearm as fast as possible. So basically, I believe any quad loader will do, as long as you can grab them in the fashion to present to the magazine tubes in a specific linear fashion here, because you have a nice channel right here in order to slide them in. And it's a nice plate here. You don't have to aim too much, but the key that I've found is pretty much lining them up and throughout the whole travel into the magazine tube. And that is a big key in order to do this. So now that you've figured out your ammunition carrier, whether it be a quad loader, whether it be an Easy 8, whether it be the table, whatever you're setting this up to put in your hand in order to put it in the gun. Once you figure that out, now we can get started. So starting out, we're going to focus on only loading 4. Then we'll worry about loading 8 and what that involves with this particular gun. So we're just going to get in a firing position. We're not going to worry about loading to an empty chamber. We're just going to load 4 in the tube and get this out of the way. So once we have it in a firing position, we're going to throw on the safety and bring it out down to a consistent known spot on the body. So I'm just going to put it down here. My elbow is locked to my stomach. The gun is still held here in the front. If you're not comfortable with that, come down here where the tubes are. It's on you. I'm going to hold it here like this. It is a consistent spot that I keep going back to, which is key to getting the angle correct. If you screw up the angle, you're going to be battling inconsistencies here. So once I get to a known spot, now I'm going to reach down and grab the ammunition. All right, my elbow is kind of tucked in here at a consistent spot, and I'm going to feed it in. So all I get to this point here, and I'm just flat to the gun. Without the tab, that you can just lay it in there. And then all I'm doing is sliding forward. Now, the caveat here is how the thumb is. So it is actually pushing in like a little hook, because you have to go a little deeper into this magazine tube rather than your conventional shotguns where you're trying to just feather it over the hole. Now that is in there and it's hooked, now what I'm going to do is get the last 2 ready and put them in the same fashion that I did the first. So they're basically just laying here. So I can shake it around and it's not going anywhere, right? So then at that point, boom. And now I'm ready to raise it back up to the target. So from this position here, I'm rolling in, taking off the safety, and then firing. Let's actually do that over and over as a repetition in order to get all those little tiny movements together to form the whole symphony here. On the target, safety on, ammunition source. My left arm is engaged into my stomach. My right arm is engaged into my stomach here, the correct angle. All right, knuckle off the safety as I prep the trigger up to the target. Boom, done. Catch a beard hair into the stock. Mission accomplished. Up on the target, safety on. All this is happening at the same time. Knuckle off the safety, boom. On target, safety on, known position, slide in at the correct angle, safety off, prep trigger, boom. So keep doing that over and over and over. Smooth, consistent, deliberate practice, and try to get everything in one motion. That's what you want to do, is tie this song together so that it is one song. Different parts, one song. Up on the target, safety on, known position, ammunition source, known position, straight in with the correct angle, safety off, prep trigger, fire. So once you have those movements down, you've done it over and over, repeating very smoothly. Next, you're going to put it on a timer. This will give you a little bit more pressure. You'll be under the pressure of the clock to remain calm, remain without tension. In that way, that you're totally smooth throughout this whole process. We're going to put it on a high par time. We're going to do it on 10 seconds. That is an eternity for you to do this because you've already done it in less time than that. And then you're going to work your way down. So here's what 10 seconds sounds like. All right, time starts at the beep. The second beep, that'll be 10 seconds. 10 seconds. See, you got plenty of time. All right, so I'm going to get ready. I'm going to aim at the target. The safety will be off, just as you were firing. All right. So if you did that in 10 seconds, smoothly, and got everything, no bobbles or anything, you're on your way. All right, so we're going to take this down, and we're going to take 2 seconds off. We're going to go down to 8 seconds. All right, let's see if we can do this in 8 seconds. Smooth, no tension. I even messed up there, but was still able to get it in the 8 seconds. But I didn't freak out and ruin the other shells going in. I just dealt with the problem by remaining calm. All right, but 8 seconds, too much time. Let's go down to 6. Let's see what that feels like. So now we're at 6 seconds. Let's see if we can get it smoothly, deliberately, without tension in 6 seconds. Plenty of time. Let's go down 2 more seconds. We'll go down to 4 seconds. Get up on target, get all ready. All right, so smooth equals fast. Slow is not in that equation. Remember that. No matter what bumbling fool says slow is smooth, smooth is fast, slow can never be fast. It doesn't equal. No matter. I digress. All right, so 4 seconds at that pace is right on the verge of going overtime. So now we have to get a little bit faster. So now we're going to go down in increments of say half a second and see if we can still get that time. All right. That seemed pretty fluid. It seemed like it was the same pace throughout that whole travel. So we're going to try to get the 3.5 seconds consistently, smoothly, and then once we get bored with that, then we're going to bring it down and put the pressure on ourselves to really focus on just remaining smooth without tension while you're going at speed. You'll figure out on the paths which you can speed up and which you can't, just like a draw. You want to grab that thing, but you want to feather the end of it. You're going to do little quick races to certain parts of it, but it's still going to remain smooth. That's what it has to be. Smooth, smooth, smooth. 3.5 seconds still. All right. So there's little parts that you can kind of speed up and feather in other parts that need, it needs your dexterity. Smooth, but all the whole while, it is always smooth. You don't feel excessive tension where you don't need tension to be. Your shoulders, nothing needs to be tense, nothing. All right, so we're going to try to find the failure point. We've done 3.5 seconds pretty consistently. So now we're going to go down to 2.5 seconds. What this forces us to do is speed up where we can, and you will see the flow change slightly in your pace, but it'll still be without tension and it will be smooth. Let's see what 2.5 sounds like. Okay, so you gotta be on the ball this time. All right, everything ready? Get up here, safety off. All right behind it. So I need to pick it up in order to get that time. Pick it up a little bit. I was right behind it. All right, let's try it again. It didn't hit that angle correctly. And it got stuck. We're still on 2.5 seconds. Let's see if I can get under 2.5 seconds. And everything has to be on it. All right, we did it. We did it. So then at that point you find right the cusp of you blowing the whole thing, and you smooth that out and you create that. That's your new consistent, that's your base. And once you get that base to where you're bored with, 2.5 seconds, go down, push it, force yourself to go faster, remain smooth without tension. So if you like this content and you want to learn more about the TS-12, look at the playlists that I have. more than enough information to get you started on your journey. If you want to know more about loading quads into the TS12 and you want to learn how to do the load 8 into this particular firearm, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Love you.
Warning, Neo detected.